The Empire State Aerosciences Museum is a one-of-a-kind cultural resource located at Schenectady County Airport in the town of Glenville, New York, at the site of the former General Electric Flight Test Center, dedicated to interpreting aviation, particularly as related to New York State. The museum has a collection of military aircraft outside the main building, in the Agneta. The Russian MiG-15, a jet fighter aircraft developed by Mikoyan-Gurevich for the Soviet Union. The Republic F-84F Thunderstreak is an American swept-wing turbojet-powered fighter bomber. Introduction, date 1954. The airplane was capable of 602 knots. Grumman, a 6E Intruder. The A-6 was one of the U.S. Navy's most combat-effective and longest-serving aircraft. Developed during the late 1950s, the A-6 was special because of its unique ability to accurately deliver a heavy bomb load over long distances at night or in all-weather conditions. Northrop F-5E Tiger. The F-5 was developed by Northrop during the late 1950s as a simple and inexpensive fighter for export to foreign air forces. First flown in 1959, the F-5 4000 examples: Fairchild, A-10, Thunderbolt II, the A-10, universally known as the Warthog. 1976, the A-10 entered operational service with the U.S. Air Force as the only plane developed specifically for the close air support mission. While neither fast or sleek, the A-10 is extremely maneuverable, and without peer in performing its mission. The A-10's ability to absorb battle damage, loiter over the battlefield for extended periods, and accurately deliver ordnance is legendary. Northrop F-5E Tiger. The F-5 was developed by Northrop during the late 1950s. McDonnell F-101B/F, Voodoo F-101 was the two-seat B, which enjoyed a long service life with the U.S. Air Force's Air Defense Command ADC, tasked with defending North American airspace. About 470 F-101Bs and Fs were delivered to ADC from 1959 to 62. North American T-2 Buckeye. The T-2 was the U.S. Navy's first jet-powered dedicated trainer. Powered by two General Electric J-85 turbojet engines, the T-2 had a maximum speed of 520 miles per hour and a range of 900 miles. 1959, North American delivered 273 Buckeyes, and over the next 40 years, virtually every naval aviator trained on the T-2 was eventually retired from the U.S. Navy during 2005, having gradually been replaced over the years by the higher performance T-45 Goshawk. The Republic F-105. Thunderchief is an American fighter bomber that served with the United States Air Force from 1958 to 1984. Capable of Mach 2, it conducted the majority of strike bombing missions during the early years of the Vietnam War. It was originally designed as a single-seat nuclear attack. The Douglas F-3D Skyknight is an American twin-engined mid-wing jet fighter aircraft, designed and manufactured by the Douglas Aircraft Company. The F-3D was not intended to be a typical sleek and nimble dogfighter, but as a standoff night fighter, being outfitted with a powerful radar system and a second crew member. It originated in 1945 with a U.S. Navy requirement for a jet-powered, radar-equipped, carrier-based night fighter. The Supermarine Scimitar was a British single-seat naval strike aircraft. Operated exclusively by the Royal Navy's Fleet Air Arm, it was the final aircraft to be entirely designed and manufactured by Supermarine. The maximum speed of the straight-winged Type 508 and 529 was relatively modest, with the Type 977 km per hour, and it had already been decided when the Type 508 first flew to redesign the third prototype with swept wings to improve performance. The Douglas A-4 Skyhawk is a single-seat subsonic carrier-capable light attack aircraft designed and produced by the American aerospace manufacturer Douglas Aircraft Company, later built by McDonnell-Douglas. It was originally designated A-4D under the United States Navy's pre-1962. The LTV A-7E Corsair II is an American carrier-capable subsonic light attack aircraft designed and manufactured by Ling Temco Vought, LTV. The North American A-5 Vigilante is an American carrier-based supersonic bomber designed and built by North American Aviation for the United States Navy. Before the 1962 unification of Navy and Air Force designations, it was designated A-3J. The Lockheed C-130. Hercules is an American four-engine turboprop military transport aircraft designed and built by Lockheed. Capable of using unprepared runways for takeoffs and landings, the C-130 was originally designed as a troop, medevac, and cargo transport aircraft. The versatile airframe has found uses in other roles, including as a gunship, a C-130, for airborne assault, search and rescue, scientific research support, weather reconnaissance, aerial refueling, maritime patrol, and aerial firefighting. It is now the main tactical airlifter for many military forces worldwide. More than 40 variants of the Hercules, including civilian versions marketed as the Lockheed L-100, operate in more than 60 nations. The new transport would have a capacity of 92 passengers, 72 combat troops, or 64 paratroopers in a cargo compartment that was approximately 41 feet, 12 meters long, 9 feet, 2.7 meters high, and 10 feet, 3.0 meters wide. Unlike transports derived from passenger airliners, it was to be designed specifically as a combat transport with loading from a hinged loading ramp at the rear of the fuselage. A notable advance for large aircraft was the introduction of a turboprop power plant, the Allison T-56, which was developed for the C-130. It gave the aircraft greater range than a turbojet engine as it used less fuel. The first flight of the YC-130 prototype was made on 23 August 1954 from the Lockheed plant in Burbank, California. we looked at the planes parked outside. Now we will look at the planes parked in the hangar. The McDonnell-Douglas F-4 Phantom II is an American tandem, two-seat, twin-engine, all-weather, long-range supersonic jet interceptor and fighter bomber that was developed by McDonnell Aircraft for the United States Navy. A total of 5,195 Phantoms were built from 1958 to 1981. The Phantom is a large fighter with a top speed of over Mach 2.2. It can carry more than 8,400 kilograms of weapons on 9 external hardpoints, including air-to-air missiles, air-to-ground missiles, and various bombs. Beginning in 1959, it set 15 world records for in-flight performance, including an absolute speed record and an absolute altitude record. The company developed several projects, including a variant powered by a Wright J67 engine and variants powered by two Wright J65 engines. The Foland Gnat is a British compact swept-wing subsonic fighter aircraft that was developed and produced by Foland Aircraft. Envisioned as an affordable light fighter in contrast to the cost, it was procured as a trainer aircraft for the Royal Air Force. The Grumman F-14 Tomcat is an American carrier-capable, supersonic, twin-engine, tandem two-seat, twin-tail, all-weather-capable, variable-sweep wing fighter aircraft. The Tomcat was developed for the United States Navy's Naval Fighter Experimental Program after the collapse of the General Dynamics Grumman. The F-14 first flew on the 21st of December 1970 and made its first deployment in 1974 with the U.S. Navy aboard the aircraft carrier USS Enterprise, replacing the McDonnell-Douglas F-4 Phantom II. The F-14 served as the U.S. Navy's primary maritime air superiority fighter, fleet defense interceptor, and tactical aerial reconnaissance platform into the 2000s. Maximum speed of Mach 2.2. McDonnell-Douglas F-15 Eagle is a fourth-generation American heavy twin-jet fighter. It was developed in 1972 by McDonnell-Douglas. It was the best air-to-air aircraft of the U.S. Air Force, with the best characteristics of all American fighters. It can exceed the speed of sound by 2.5 times, reaches 2,650 kilometers per hour, and can climb to a height of 18 kilometers. Crew on pilot. Length 19.4, 4 meters, empty weight 12,700 kilograms, maximum weight 30,845 kilograms, engines 2, Pratt & Whitney F-100 turbojets, maximum speed 2,655 kilometers per hour. The Bell UH-1 Iroquois is a utility military helicopter designed and produced by the American aerospace company Bell Helicopter. It is the first member of the prolific Huey family, as well as the first turbine-powered helicopter in service with the United States military. Bell quickly developed multiple models furnished with more powerful engines. In comparison to the prototype's Lycoming YT-53L 1LT-C-1B1 engine, producing 700 shaft horsepower, 520 kilowatts. By 1966, the Lycoming T-53L13, capable of 1,400 shaft horsepower, 1,000 kilowatts, was being installed on some models. a stretched version of the Iroquois, first flown during August 1961, was also produced in response to Army demands for a version that could accommodate more troops. Further modifications would include the use of all-aluminum construction, the adoption of a rotor brake, and alternative power plants. The Hughes OH-6 Cayuse is a single-engine light helicopter designed and produced by the American aerospace company Hughes Helicopters. Its formal name is derived from the Cayuse people, while its Loach nickname is derived from light observation helicopter. Manufactured 1965. The Stitz SA-7 Sky Coupe is a two-seat side-by-side seating, high-wing home-built aircraft designed by Ray Stitz. The Mooney M18 Mite is a low-wing single-seat monoplane with retractable tricycle landing gear. The Peterson J-4 Javelin, the 1970 M glider, and the Rensselaer RP-1 is an American glider that was designed and built in 1980. We say goodbye to the airport and fly on to find interesting places.